And my name is Tom Collins. I'm an assistant professor at Washington State University, and I'm the chair for this year's Program Development Committee for the 2019 Unified Wine and Grape Symposium.
Hi, I'm Nichola Hall from Scott Laboratories. I'm the current staff scientist, and I am the vice program chair of the Unified Wine and Grape Symposium for 2019.
Prior versions of the Program Development Committee, we had just a program chair, and this year we have the chair position, plus we've created a vice chair position because there was just a recognition that the complexity of the program development process was such that it really needed two people to really make it go smoothly, and to think the outcome has been thus far that we're in pretty good shape with our program. We're going into the second set of subcommittee conference calls at the beginning of the summer, and the program is pretty well developed. I think we're in pretty good shape this year in terms of having identified topics for each of the subcommittees and for the general sessions, and moving pretty quickly into identifying speakers for each of the particular sessions.
And the subcommittee groups we have the joint grape growing and winemaking, we have the grape growing, we have the winemaking, we have the business and operations, as well as the marketing and public relations.
Right. So this year, just some highlights from the program. The topic for this year's joint tasting session between grape growing and winemaking is going to be rosé wines. There'll be some presentations related to viticultural practices to support rosé winemaking, things around the types of varieties that would be appropriate and how those grapes would be managed in the field, as well as I think a pretty good discussion of winemaking practices related to rosé, and of course there'll be a tasting that goes with it. And one of the things that we try to focus on in programming is developing sessions that have takeaway messages, things that people can go to the sessions and then go back to their businesses and be able to take the information they've gained during their visit to Unified and immediately incorporate that into their businesses going forward. So we really have a focus on getting those takeaways that people can use when they get back home.
Our Wednesday general session is always one of the highlights of the program, and we are currently looking very nice for 2019. Our 2018, we did introduce a fourth speaker very, very successfully, and we are in final conversations to continue that into 2019. It's one of the ways that us as a Unified Program Development Committee is adapting and responding to our industry needs.
Yeah, I think people coming to Unified will see the Wednesday general session as something that will be similar to what they've seen in the past. Last year we introduced this idea of a fourth speaker who would be more focused on something very topical for that year.
So we're very excited about how the whole program is taking shape. Our program starts on Tuesday after the keynote luncheon and goes all the way through kind of the end of business day on Thursday. There are different tracks and different programs to address different topics within our wonderful industry. The Thursday afternoon sessions are taking shape. They are going to be very highly focused and part of our continued education programs.
Yeah, and the Thursday morning general session is going to have a little bit different feel to it than in the past. We're going to try something new. With the topic or the theme for this year's Thursday general session is going to be really looking at technology and looking at technologies that are currently being implemented in the industry, along with some focus on things that will be coming down a little bit further downstream. But one of the things we're going to try and do this year is change up the format for it. We're looking at putting together a program, a general session that's focused or built around the idea of sort of TED-like talks, where they're going to be short 10-minute or so sessions, very focused. You hit the topic and hit the highlights, and then we'll move on to the next one.
There will still be some familiar programming going on with the tours that we do of the Unified Trade Show floor. We have very successfully in previous Unifieds had a grape growing and a winemaking track, which will be continuing.
But we're going to try this year to add a marketing-focused trade show floor tour that will focus on, I think, packaging options. So going around to see suppliers who focus on different types of packaging for the industry. So it'll be, in addition, something new we're going to try that will build on what we've already been successful with in previous years.
But the Unified is still a very strong program. It's still very relevant to our winemakers, our grape growers, our business operations, marketing, and PR people today as it was when it began all those years ago. And we are continuing to get stronger every year, and it is a point of focus to stay relevant, have good take-home messages, and to give you some ideas that you can implement into your businesses today that will help you improve quality, customer experiences, interactions, and also network. Meet your friends who you may only visit with at Unified yearly. The networking is a very important part outside of the scripted programs.
That's right. And on that note, we look forward to seeing everybody in January in Sacramento. So thanks.